Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the legend of the bluegrass who loves kicking ass, here with my special guest, Matt Watson. And we've got Gabe over here. I don't know what the fuck his last name is. And then we, of course, have my tag team partner here,
the Hoosier Heavyweight.
And we're just going to cut right to the chase with a quick little intro for you. And we're just going to jump right into Wrestlemania 33.
Always under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the past. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back!
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 12, the Wrestlemania edition. We've already introduced the cast and crew this evening as we talk about the one and only, the showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania 33, and boy, do we have a lot to cover. Largest event of the year, literally a 6-hour event, so we are beat down with wrestling tonight, Evan.
We're also quite inebriated.
Slightly, but it's well worth every bit of it.
Zach's slightly inebriated.
As you can see to my left and to my right, we have two new castmates, and you see us live in beautiful HD quality video.
We're on video.
Yeah, bitches.
Moving up.
Matt, please, before we get into WrestleMania, explain to the ladies and gentlemen what we are drinking on this evening.
All right, this is Floyd Division. It's their experimental IPA series, so they normally take a single hop and just kind of go to work with it, try to find a malt that is best for them, and then whenever they don't have a name, they release bombers and call it Floyd Division. And pretty hard to get.
IPA?
It is an IPA.
What's the alcohol content on it, man?
I believe 7.5.
So not real high for those out there. You know, you're not going to get crushed by drinking a single one.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's quite tame on the palate for hops compared to what I feel a lot of IPAs are. You know, like I didn't get that initial just crushing.
I'll be honest, that's as smooth as just about any soda I've ever had.
Yeah. It's not Hop Slam smooth. Let's not go there. Hop
No,
Slam's got that
definitely
beat.
not that.
Have you had a Hop Slam before from Bell's?
I have not.
Next year, literally, next year, when we get it again, if Matt pulls off another hat trick, we'll get you one because it's super rare, and it is literally the soda of beer.
It's finished with honey.
And it's super scary. But I will agree with you that it is smooth, enjoyable, and for an IPA, it's not like I don't feel like I'm getting crushed with hops.
And it's also unfiltered, unpasteurized, so, I mean, they take it out of the fermenter and put it in a bottle.
So they didn't have to harm any cows in the fermentation process or the pasteurization?
No, they killed the cows before.
Okay. There you go, kids.
Cows still die either way. You can't get around it.
And if you like floaty things in your drink,
There's a small constellation of things floating in this drink. It's amazing.
might be pubes, might be beer grain.
Holy fuck, I just now noticed that. What is that?
It's spent grains from whenever you make the tea.
It's spit grains where they're just...
So are you telling me there's tea in this now?
No.
You put tea bags in this before we did this.
No, tea bags were earlier.
That's
that was
you're
during
talking about-
WrestleMania.
When I spin my grains, I don't know. It sounded a little dirty.
Anyway, yeah, you make a tea with your beer, and then you put the malt in and boil, and there you go. They don't take it out.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. So it's like getting orange juice with pulp in it, is what it comes
Yeah,
down
it's just
to.
the pulp.
It's the pulp of beer. Not the Pope, because that'd be weird. But the pulp of beer.
That would be a pretty good beer name, though. Call yourself the Pope of Beer. And wear the
every beer comes with a big headdress. Yeah, you got to remove it to take a drink, put it back on.
Isn't there?
As soon as you pop it open, it's like, honey, you know, the angelic voice.
But isn't there like a there's like a vodka or something like that that has like a weird top you have to take off that's like a headdress? You might know what I'm talking
No,
about.
you're talking like the same kind you get out of.
It's in the shape of a skull.
Oh
but
yeah,
it has
that's
a
Dan
head to it.
Aykroyd's. It's his vodka. It's Skull vodka. It's I don't know if it's any good or not, but yeah, they have it. Like
Doesn't
literally,
it-
Dan Aykroyd, the comedian, started it years ago.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it have like a headdress you take off of it or something though?
No, it has a regular wooden cork type.
Oh, that's lame. I wanted a headdress to take off of it.
I mean, I guess you could, you know. You could probably find a butt plug and put it in there and give it a headdress. I mean,
That'll make it keep forever.
Do you have experience with that? You put butt plugs over your alcohol to keep it longer?
I would.
Do you wash them
in
first?
theory,
Or
it depends on how much you've been drinking.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol is an amazing antiseptic. It seems like it would be a moot point to put a dirty one.
breaking
in there.
news, folks. Butt plugs as corks? Tune in next week to find out more.
Let me ask you this: would it be more awkward to stand at your kitchen sink washing a butt plug, or would it be more awkward to just shove it into a bottle of vodka? Just let it kind of just, you know.
I guess that depends how many people you have at your house when you wash your butt plugs.
True.
I mean, you know, have they
I don't
left
typically
yet?
break them out in front of everyone.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I don't know about
That ain't what you told me last time.
I digress. Regardless.
So, no, moving in, I really like the beer. Obviously, Three Floyds is a great brewing company, and they have a lot of good ones out there. Sometimes they are difficult to get a hold of. You know, there are more common ones you can grab anywhere, Alpha King, stuff like that. Zombie Dust is difficult to get a hold of. You know, they have a few that are rare, and it's pretty widely spread popular beer company as far as the craft side of the house goes. You know, when me and Evan were up in Chicago in December, we're rolling in the bars, and there's Three Floyds on the menu, and we're like looking at one another like, what the fuck? You know, how the hell is this? We can't get it in Evansville, Indiana, and it's from Indiana, for Christ's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're in Chicago, and you got it on tap. So, good beer. I like it.
It is very good. I
Try
definitely enjoy it. It's not, other than this pulp shit that we got going on, because I don't like pulp in my orange juice, but, you know, other than that, it's good.
Or the Pope in my life.
I'm not
You would have
Catholic.
drank the entire glass of beer had I not told you that there was grain in it.
Yeah, it's like when you have a child and you mix, like, broccoli into their rice or whatever, and then they eat it, but then you tell them there's vegetables in it, and they're like, no, fuck that, I don't want that anymore. And that's what you have
It's
here.
good for you, buddy. We're just looking out for your health.
No.
There we
I
go.
want to say it has a creamy mouthfeel, but that almost seems like I'm setting myself up. But that's exactly what it is. It's kind of viscous.
Creamy mouthfeel.
A creamy mouthfeel. You
Creamy.
heard me say it.
There you go, kids. This
Creamy
beer
mouthfeel.
has
Tune
a
in next
creamy-
week to
It's
find
very,
out
it's
more.
thick in the mouth. Is what I mean to say,
Viscous.
but in a
disgusting.
pleasant way.
In a pleasant way.
But it is. Really.
So moving on, hey, listen, you know what beer we're drinking. If you go, and Matt, you said you can find it, but it's a little bit more difficult to get a hold of, correct?
Very. It's very tough to get a hold of. It normally doesn't make its way into Kentucky, but whenever you have a nice liquor store, I don't know, Beverage Barn in Henderson, just opened a new store.
Holler,
Right behind Denny's.
Right behind Denny's.
which
Yeah,
is an
that's right.
excellent place to put a liquor store.
Right?
So
And it's ginormous.
I'm going to interrupt you because I know some of the fans are a little bit confused and they're going, Zach, I thought we were doing Stone Cold IPA, Broken Skull IPA from El Segundo. Well, we were going to, and it is currently in Evansville, Indiana, in a FedEx holding facility. I'll have it tomorrow. Now, I'm pretty pissed off by that because when I looked into it earlier this week and I didn't see that it shipped, I called them up and they said, yeah, no, it says that you chose to pick it up locally. And I said to the guy, I said, look at my fucking address. And he's like, yeah, I can ship that out to you right now if you'd like me to. And I'm like, that'd be great. So needless to say, El Segundo, California is like, oh, I don't know. I mean, we could Google that shit, but it's way far away. And what I had a plan to do is I was going to grab, sorry you weren't at work, so you didn't cross my mind, but I was going to grab Gabe and Evan and another guy, and we were going to literally Smokey and the Bandit that shit all the way out to El Segundo and back for a 12-pack of beer. 22-ounce bombers, mind you. But regardless, because we had a connection for, you know, a semi, and I figured we'd just rent a car, some really fast thing, because we're going to fuck it up. I mean, like, that's inevitable. And then it just spiraled into running coke and illegal guns and a bunch of other shit. So we decided to go ahead and scratch the plan because we like our jobs.
I started watching season 2 of Miami Vice to figure out how I was going to sneak cocaine back into the U.S., and it wasn't working.
Yeah, you know, I watched Escobar on Netflix or whatever
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Pablo. Yeah, so we decided to scratch an idea and we just wait until next weekend, which we're going to have, folks. And hell, if these guys are open, we might have them back on the show to try Broken Skull IPA. So tune in next week. Getting to the meat and potatoes now of what is WrestleMania 33. Do we really need to go over the kickoff show? There was a couple matches. There was a couple moments.
The biggest important one I think you have to do on the kickoff show is mainly the Neville and Austin Aries match.
Oh, yes.
That was the coup de grace of the kickoff show, I think. Unfortunately, no coup de grace. Finn Balor wasn't fucking there, but
I would say that Neville and Austin Aries, you weren't here yet, but I would say that was probably one of the best matches of the night, bar none. Just from the technical, athletic aspect of what those two guys can do in the ring. Seeing the Red Arrow, seeing a 450 splash, which, folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Because even if you're not a wrestling fan, you have to be a fan of athletics and someone who's impressive. And to watch these guys, two 200-pound dudes that are 5'8", 5'9", regular guys, built like brick shit houses, though, fly through the air like they're fucking Olympic gymnasts, is amazing. So, yeah, excellent match, which Neville retained his belt. We didn't see that coming. We called Austin Aries, if memory serves me correctly.
That's right.
So we were wrong, but it was a great match. We had a Battle Royal for the Andre the Giant Memorial, trophy, which we got to see the human cartoon Gronk from the New England Patriots step into the ring and throw a pretty hefty shoulder charge against Jinder, that I'm doing way too much roids and have a lot of gyno Mahal going on. Gyno.
Which that match as well did not go the way I think anyone saw it going. I saw a lot of places, like on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. They're all like, Braun Strowman, like, he's the guy this year. He's going to win.
And him and Big Show both were chunked out like
early,
2.5 minutes in. Which, it wasn't a long match. Your Battle Royals are what they are. They're generally not this exciting thing that goes on. Needless to say, it was decent.
It wasn't bad. I don't know. Those battle royals really feel lacking when someone who's not, which I can't even remember who won now.
It was Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley. So, like, he's a big guy, but he's not, like, the bigger guy.
Yeah, he's not Mark Henry, Killian Dane from Next, Big Show, that type of
It wasn't
a massive human being.
Yeah, like you think Andre the Giant Award goes to.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, he was over 7 foot and
that's
well
taller
over 500
than me
pounds.
By like at least 3 inches.
Yeah, I mean,
at least 3.
Are you measuring from tip to? No. Okay.
No.
I tried, folks. We're gonna. I set him up for a big dick joke and he missed it.
It's okay. We know, buddy. It's fine.
Later on, though, in the kickoff show, you had Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin, which I felt was kind of weird on the undercard for the Intercontinental title. Ambrose retaining. It was a decent match. I mean, they did what they do. Minus that Corbin's receding hairline is only getting worse week by week. For fuck's sakes, dude, just shave it. I mean, look, I have Vladimir Putin right here.
I wasn't going to say it. I told myself I was not going to say it on this podcast. I was going to avoid it.
To give you a backstory, Matt said that first time he met Gabe a few weeks ago when we were at Beverage Barn having some wonderful Pappy Van Winkle, and he's like, "You remind me of Vladimir Putin."
In all fairness, I didn't want to say it.
Well, yeah, but you did. And, Pappy Van Winkle smooth as anything.
I feel you could walk in on your wife doing another guy, and he's like, "Drink," and you're like, fine.
Happy 23? I guess.
Just, hey, can you hurry up? I'm trying to go to sleep. I've had a long night. But needless to say, it was a regular match. They both did what they did. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Going to the first match of the night that really set the tone as far as the main card goes, you have AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon, the commissioner of SmackDown. Now, as any wrestling fan knows, when Shane steps up to the plate, he brings it And he's not a routine everyday wrestler. He wrestles a match once every couple of years generally, and he's actually been in it a little bit more of late.
It's been at least like once a year for the past 3 years.
And before that, it was like probably 6 or 7 years before he'd stepped in the ring. But Shane always brings huge bumps where he's, jumping off the guy sacrifices his body in a way that most of the big time regular pros won't even remotely do. And they put on as good of a match as they could for what you had. You have AJ Styles, who is a phenomenal worker, hence the name, the Phenomenal One, versus Shane O'Mac, here comes the money. And they did some big high spots, set up some classic stuff that Shane had did against Vince previously with the trash cans, hitting some big maneuvers. End of the day, AJ walks away, as he should have, with the win.
Yeah, that match was more of like it's kind of like you said. That match was just more like a look at what Shane can still do, and he's what, fucking 40-ish.
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's got a wife and kids, and stays in great shape, rocking those Michael Jordan freaking
Yeah, like that's how
kicking the J's.
That's how he gets
Jumping
around the ring,
halfway
across the ring and killing himself. Yeah,
exactly. He just jumps from one end to the other and fucking kicks you in the teeth with a trash can. I mean, it's impressive at 45 years old. That's what I want to be doing when I'm 45, is jumping off ropes into young kids with trash cans.
I don't. I want to be doing this right here. Drinking really good beer, really good bourbon, hanging out with buddies.
You can't tell me that if we had a ring behind us right now that like we could just have our own matches and you could jump onto Gabe with a trash can in his hand.
Right. Well,
No, I would suplex him into it. It'd be cooler.
If you have a wife and kids and you're in your mid-40s, I mean, debt can motivate a lot. I mean, yeah.
a lot of illegal things.
Yeah.
Oh, we went there with
A lot of illegal things.
So nonetheless, AJ Styles pulls the win, which he should have got. Then moving into the fellowship of, or was it the friendship of fellowship, whatever the fucking festival of friendship.
Yes.
Which was Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho, who, if you haven't checked out, you spoke about it earlier this week to me on iTunes. Check out Chris Jericho's band, Fozzy. They're getting ready to go on tour, hence why he dropped the U.S. Championship.
Yep.
To Kevin Owens. They had a good match. KO always has good matches. Jericho is a legend. Like, there will be no one surprised when they put him in the Hall of Fame. You can put him in any Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck. Because he's been relevant and probably been one of the best heels in the last 30 years.
Absolutely. Their storyline out of all the storylines throughout this year have been the best because they both just got along so well together. They're so cohesive. You just enjoy watching them wrestle both as friends and then again in WrestleMania as enemies. They just did great. You can't. There are some things like when you have tag teams or teammates in sports that are so in sync with one another that it's almost unreal, like the things they can do and how successful they can be. And KO and Jericho definitely have that. I think it would be neat if they later on resolve, like in the storyline for their friendship, like maybe they can get along and be maybe tag champs or something like that. Like, I think that would be fun because they got along really well and they portrayed their characters in an excellent fashion.
Well, they're both such good heels.
Yeah.
KO is a good heel. And so it was a good match to watch. They both got their shit in, proverbially. And it was good to see Jericho again perform at such a high level at Mania and then walk away. He'll be back.
Absolutely.
And KO staying relevant with a championship, which he should have. Next up, you have Bayley in the women's division, which she came away surprisingly.
There's no surprise here. No surprise.
But surprisingly with the win.
Evan, do you like Bayley at all, or?
I'm in love with Bayley. Like, if Bayley were to come here right now and say, Evan, I want you, will you be with me?
Run away with me?
Yeah, run away. I would just run away right there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look, we're going to pour some what is it, Jameson over here?
Yeah, we have Jameson Irish whiskey.
Yeah, this shit is pretty
finished
interesting.
in beer barrels.
It tastes like a stout mixed
is.
with Irish whiskey. It's
from Stout
pretty good.
Barrel Staves.
It's pretty good.
Would you like a glass?
Yes, I would. Why the fuck didn't I get one? I co-host this show.
Because you didn't ask, homie.
Some bullshit.
It's actually a lot
Love
smoother
it.
than regular Jameson. Like, I drink Jameson a lot. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I actually enjoy this.
This is interesting. It's different.
It's different.
It's different. And I mean,
In a good way or bad way?
in a good way. I mean, I work at a high-end bourbon bar, for God's sakes. I mean, me saying something's different is a little bit, you know.
It's kind of redundant.
I just noticed,
Everything's
by the way-
different.
I noticed, by the way, you have new glasses.
Different.
I do have new glasses.
Wood grain like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like made out of actual like bourbon barrels that you work at a bourbon bar.
High-end bourbon.
They
High-end
are
bourbon.
they're Pappy Van Winkle barrels, and they're crafted into glasses.
Oh.
I'm surprised it has 808
The first few days, the alcohol fumes actually burned my eyes to the point where I couldn't see. But is it worth it? You're darn right it was.
I will agree. That is different, and I like it.
I do like it.
There's no burn to this, which is
I
Oh,
feel
no.
like you
Good.
were genuine about it, and Evan was kind of patronizing. Is that the word? He was like, "Oh, really?"
Patronizing.
Oh,
Oh,
whatever.
it's the same thing.
Patron,
same thing.
patron.
I went to college.
Patron.
I dropped out though, so it doesn't matter.
So, in one of the most the most interesting turn of events tonight, which I had a clue it was going to happen. I'd heard the rumors on the internet. You had what turned into be a fatal 4-way ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles, and you got to see the rebirth of the Extreme. Matt and Jeff Hardy returning back home to the WWE, and how good it was. The only thing I'm disappointed in this, and I will get to it, it was a great match. It was classic Hardy Boys. They did phenomenal what they did. I want to see broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, and for you guys who are not as big of fans, it was a gimmick that they were using on their own over in TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, or Impact, if you will, and it was great. That's what blew them up again, and that's what really brought them back home. They're currently in a legal battle, even though the Hardys own everything, with TNA, and I'm sure with the WWE behind them and a billion-dollar company with Vince's lawyers, we'll get that resolved real fucking quick. But to see them with the belts, hint, hint, spoiler alert, the Hardys won, which kind of surprised me and kind of didn't. I almost thought going in that you were going to see Big Cass and Enzo Amore finally
it was fitting,
win.
though, because, I mean, they came back and they kicked ass. Like they used to.
Absolutely. And to watch the literal 20-foot drop from Matt Hardy onto what was supposed to be Sheamus and Cesaro, which only turned out to be Cesaro because he snapped that ladder in half and folded himself like an accordion. Still, now Jeff is in his late 30s and he's doing some of the most extreme stunts and maneuvers that you can do from a ladder.
Of course, jumping off of ladders onto
Other human beings?
onto other human beings who
On
are
ladders?
on ladders. It's great for your back. It's great for exercise. You have a sore back, go home, soak in an Epsom salt bath,
And then break
and
yourself.
then jump off, do a front flip, and crush a ladder.
It's kind of like, we used to use that trigger point back roller on back day, and now rather than do that, we're just going to bust out your ladder, and I'm just going to front flip onto you, and that's going to, fix my back right there.
Just
Breaking
clearly-
ladders is expensive, but what cost for health? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
You can't. I mean, there's no higher cost for your health than to break a ladder, but it is worth it. Your chakras
spine
get into
will thank
place. Your spine thanks you. You feel great. You feel good. You feel like $1 million.
Okay, but what if you're laying on the ladder and then there's a guy 20 feet above you that falls on you, and then your ladder doesn't break?
I believe
Now,
you.
see-
I believe you die technically.
Because it seemed like I just witnessed that not too long ago.
Yes.
And that seems worse in a way than having the ladder break. Or
Yeah, I would think so because you have the giving point where each person's body initially
Okay, so
gives
what
way.
do we think? 60% of the time, you get instant back resolution.
Realignment. Realignment.
I mean, fuck a chiropractor. Instant.
Just have your buddy powerbomb you onto a 6-foot ladder that's strung across the fucking ropes.
60% of the time it works every time.
Exactly. All right, moving on. It was great to see the Hardys chalk up a huge win, become the Raw Tag Team title holders, and hopefully they continue to push that division, which I thought they need to continue to push the tag divisions across both shows. But it's good to see the Hardys back. Welcome back, boys. We love it. John Cena, Nikki Bella, The Miz, and Maurice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was about everything who looks good and marginal talent in the ring, minus Cena and The Miz, who always do a good job. No shocker here that Cena and Nikki Bella win. They did one of the corniest double, you can't see me, 5-knuckle shuffles.
10-knuckle shuffle.
Oh, excuse me, 10. Into the, what used to be the FU, which is now the attitude adjustment or whatever the bullshit they come up with in this PC world, in for the win. But what really, really capped this fucking match was the legitimacy that, in real life, not wrestling, not storyline, John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. From a fan point of view, that's the fucking coolest shit I've ever seen. From a pro wrestling point of view, you corny motherfucker, like, you have millions of dollars and you're like, I'm just going to use this big ass stage and all this pyro, watch this shit.
Well, as a fan, everybody was looking at it and we were thinking, two things would happen. Like,
please let there be a heel turn.
Either Nikki Bella or John Cena was going to have a heel turn. Like, either John Cena was going to talk like he was, like, there's something I always wanted to tell you, then turn around to Maurice and propose to her, which would have been fucking hilarious for a heel turn. Or you could have him get down on one knee and propose to Nikki Bella, and she just look at him and just put her hand in his face and shove him off and be like, bitch, I've got better things to do.
Or punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, and you can't see me and walk away.
You can't see me. Yeah, exactly.
But
Perfect.
But it was a real moment, and that'll be one of those things that'll live the test of time with WrestleMania. Everybody will realize, what they saw there. So interesting, nonetheless.
Just because you can do it
doesn't always mean you should.
But there's still an opportunity for a heel turn on Monday.
Absolutely. Next up, you have Triple H the Game and his beautiful blushing bride being Stephanie McMahon, coming out on an awesome trike, custom trike. Stephanie looks good in biker garb. I think we all agreed on that. Tight leather
100
works on that lady. And after 3 or 4 kids, she does really well to keep herself in shape.
Yes,
Triple H
does.
looks like a fucking mountain, like chiseled from granite in his age. He has worked due to the amount of injuries he has. He does different workouts. Now, hell, they even have videos out. Does a really good job taking on a very injured Seth Rollins, the architect, if you will, who come out in kind of the knight in shining armor garb.
He's playing Kingslayer, basically.
Kingslayer, yeah. Wasn't a big fan of his outfit. Like, I just didn't like the gold. The gold was too much. It didn't really push the rest of the armor on me.
Are you trying to be Fandango and be the
fashion police? I would have wrote his ass a ticket. Absolutely.
Nah. That's the thing. Like, we don't judge outfits here. That's not what we do. We're not those people.
Okay.
You shouldn't be that person.
But I have a
so
straight eye.
You're telling
for,
me if this mofo walked into Toyota with a tutu,
you wouldn't judge me.
Yeah.
You wouldn't judge him. You wouldn't say shit.
So
Gabe wouldn't judge me.
Let me tell you something right now. If you were to
pants like this guy did. Yeah.
No judgment, Gabe. It's all you, bud.
There's no human being
I
on
just have
Earth.
to find them now.
Yeah, and there's no human being on Earth if Zach were to dress gay. Like, I don't care if it's at work, at Walmart, Toys R Us, where the fuck ever. If you walked in with some homosexual attire on.
Are you telling me if I didn't know him? Because now that I know him, I wouldn't be afraid. But if I saw the man
Look at him.
in gold pants, I'd shut the hell up.
Look at him.
I would shut the hell up.
I'm not the smallest of human beings in the
I
world.
would congratulate him for being so bold.
Exactly. That's what
You have
do.
audacity, sir. Don't kill me.
The next time we go to Franklin Street and we're rolling down the bars, I'm wearing skin-tight gold pants.
And a pink leg.
Yeah.
And
Jesus Christ.
maybe like a
And I'm
bridesmaid tiara.
No, that's too
So
far.
like a rest stop bathroom, partially illuminated early in the morning. There's no one else around. That one other car is kind of parked there.
I follow you.
Hanging out.
And this wouldn't bother you whatsoever.
Yes. There you go.
Well,
I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm just not doing. I'll be like, you have a nice day, sir.
You have a great day. Can I get you anything to drink? Can I buy you something?
We're at the urinal right now.
Sounds like he might be a little thirsty. That's in that situation.
Well, the pink tutu definitely did it for me.
So, needless to say, Seth Rollins, Triple H, they had a really good match. Seth sold the shit out of the knee injury and actually comes away with the win. Whether that buries it and they go from there or they continue on, I think you let Seth actually heal up if it's a legitimate injury and then put him right back in title contention. Moving on, you have Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And I loved this match and I hated this match, and I'm going to tell you why. They showed so much promise with Bray and the whole almost next evolution of the Undertaker, if you will, with the mind games, and they did a really cool spots where all these maggots and worms were appearing on the freaking mat to freak out Randy Orton, and then they have Orton beating for the 13th title reign that he's had. Wasn't a fan of that. And the reason why is Bray hasn't had it that long, and I feel like he was finally hitting his groove. Now, where we go from there, I don't know. It was a good match regardless. They both did a phenomenal job.
So here's why I like Bray losing is because, and it's going to sound like I'm jumping ahead to the main event a little bit, but everyone knows that this was Undertaker's last WrestleMania. It's very obvious due to injuries and things like that is where we were headed.
And plus, he's old.
Yeah, and he's old. Well, I mean, Goldberg, I think, is older, but...
yeah, but Undertaker looks older.
Yeah, he's beat up beyond all recognition. Like
he looks like hell.
Yeah.
He comes from hell, looks like hell.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He is hell.
Makes sense. He is hell.
But you have the opportunity with Bray Wyatt now. He doesn't have the title anymore. You can make him the new Undertaker, Undertaker-esque. He already has that look and that whole demonic gimmick going on. Mm-hmm. And now you have the opportunity to make him your new Undertaker if you want to. I feel like there always needs to be a phenom there. There needs to be some unstoppable force that... Whether they go back to Shane McMahon sending him out, or not Shane, but Vince sending him out to fuck up whoever just because Vince doesn't like him, or if it's just this guy that rolls around and does what he wants, which Bray could definitely do.
Absolutely.
You have that opportunity. Now, you could still do it as the champ, but again, it gives that, the stories, they all reset and new things are going to come along from this point on.
Sure.
Until next WrestleMania.
I mean, Raw, the one thing fans look towards the most is the Raw after WrestleMania.
Right.
And the kind of the reset of the year and where we're going next. Bray Wyatt, there's many reasons I love him. One, his intro is probably one of the coolest intros next to The Undertaker, the Finn Balor and his Demon King design. He walks out there with the lantern and everybody gets into it. The Fireflies are holding up, lighters or cell phones, whatever the case may be. And it's the look. He's not your John Cena's and your, Mojo Riley's and your gigantic dudes. He's this, tatted up, long-haired, like freaking corn-rolled. Or, well, not corn-rolled, but you know what I'm talking about.
He's got dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks. Like, he looks evil. He looks like the kind of guy... but he looks like the kind of guy that you sit at a bar, and you're like, what's your fucking problem? He'd go... and bounce your head off the fucking bar, and then go back to finish. Satan. Yeah, or Satan, and then Satan would bounce you off the bar. And then he'd go back to drinking his drink and carry on about his day.
Right.
And that's what I like in that character. And I know there's so much you can do with it. So I hated to see him lose the title at Mania. I was glad to see they put it on him. And we'll see what they do with Randy Orton from here. Now, in the match, and what we were worried about the most and who was going to win, we have Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg.
We did.
For the Universal title.
Which it was an exciting match, and it was also a short one, like what we had talked about. It started out with all the excitement and hype. There weren't a whole lot of moves done. Like, they basically just kind of did their finishers or signature moves over and over. It was Lesnar who, I think, tossed Goldberg for 10
10
11.
10 German suplexes.
Yeah, 10 suplexes, took Goldberg to Suplex City. Goldberg was spearing him, hitting him with jackhammers. Lesnar was doing the F5s, and finally, it was just literally power move after power move till one person gave out. The match ended up lasting 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And, of course, with our contest that we had going on, we actually had a young lady.
Misty Wilson out of Muncie, Indiana, who we'll be in contact with if you do listen to the podcast here in the very near future, and hopefully get everything to you this coming up weekend. So we look forward to meeting you. Obviously, you're a pro wrestling fan, and if not, you're a beer fan. Mm-hmm. So you'll get the 6-pack of Yuengling and the 6-pack of hand-picked craft beer that me and Evan will hand deliver to you, because Muncie is well within 400-mile radius.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there a brewery up there that we can hit while we're there?
Muncie? I mean, you could go to Three Floyds, which is Munster.
We may be making Saturday. I'm just saying.
There we go.
All right. So, Missy will be in contact soon. You are the official winner of the beer contest for the Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg WrestleMania.
You are the main event's undisputed wrestling prediction champion.
Exactly. I like that.
So you are the first. And if we had a title belt, we would give it to you, but we're just going to give you beer instead because...
Let's not forget that Brock Lesnar superhuman jumped.
Oh my God, yes, we do have to talk about
that
too.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Yes.
So to explain this, Paul Heyman literally did the color commentary into the ring and listed Brock Lesnar at 295 pounds. Now, that is a very large human being in his own right.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, big boy.
He's a big boy.
And as they're going through the match, at one point, Lesnar's on his knees, and Bill Goldberg's on the other side of the ring and goes for a spear. And Lesnar leaps over him from his fucking knees, folks. He leaps. This is a 6 foot, probably 6 human being who weighs 300 pounds, and he jumped from his knees over top another guy who was also 6 foot something and probably 260 fucking pounds, and jumped him like it was Michael Jordan dunking at the fucking free throw line. And there was 3 of us sitting there, and we were all like, what the fuck just happened? Like, was there a spring underneath him? And it wasn't.
It looked superhuman. It looked like cheat codes, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
He was cheating.
Up, down, left,
up,
right,
down,
B.
down, left, right, B.
Yeah.
He
and
jumped.
then, boom, Lesnar launches over him, and we're all kind of like, what the fuck? And then into the match, and we're like, I didn't even care the match ended. How the hell did he jump off his goddamn knees?
I did not understand
and
that.
you couldn't rewind that for me or anything like that?
No.
We had to make sure we had the time right for the contest,
Yeah,
or else we can't let our fans down. But we can go back later and show it to you, because it was literally like some
I can
shit.
go back right now, kids.
Yeah, he can go back and show you right now. We'll pull it up on our TV screen
Oh, we
here.
get a little reaction from you here?
No.
Yeah.
From what it sounds like, I think maybe there was devilry. I think maybe there was some demon shit going on.
There may have been a little witchcraft, a little wizard butt fuckery, as I like to call it.
He is the beast incarnate, so it is possible that maybe Paul Heyman, before the match started, sacrificed something to Bray Wyatt, and then...
Or Bray Wyatt may have summoned the devil, like he does at bars. Summoned the devil, and the devil took him for that moment to jump him in the air.
Exactly.
It sounds like a whole chain reaction of just some devil shit to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll agree with it. We'll agree with it. Well, the second to last match of the night, which I was kind of surprised that they put it that way, because they moved it off of the kickoff show to be literally, if you want to say, the co-main event, which was Naomi and the rest of the Diva division from SmackDown, Alexa Bliss being your current champion, in a fatal, whatever the fuck it was, 6-way.
Fatal. I thought it was Fatal 4-way.
I know there was a bunch of ladies
there
in
were
there.
6.
Yeah, at least.
So you're saying the odds were good.
The odds were great. Yeah,
Good, great. That's
and Naomi walked away with the title again. She had to relinquish the title about a month ago due to a knee injury that she couldn't compete with, or maybe it was 2 months ago. Alexa Bliss took it over, which huge fans of. And to see Naomi get it back, hey, I understand. It makes sense in the grand scheme of things because she never got a title run. So we're glad to see it go to someone, I wouldn't say better than Alexa Bliss. I think there's no better female heel right now, maybe next to Charlotte, than Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss has more of the irritating promo attitude than what Flair has, the bravado, and she has her dad in her. You know what I'm saying? That fucking can't keep these 500 datas on the ground, baby. You know, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, woman of a bitch, if you will.
Whatever you want to call her.
Whatever you want to call her. Yeah, but she's great. But Alexa has that snotty, bratty, bitchy little, aspect that I like out of a heel. Regardless, Naomi comes away with a solid win in a pretty good match by the ladies of SmackDown. It was interesting to see the costumes and the different things that they do now, coming out for WrestleMania because it's such a huge event. Like, it's very rare that the superstars come out in their same ring attire, and I always look forward to that aspect of it. Whether it's a new jacket or like Chris Jericho had that like lit up scarf that was blinking or whatever the case may be, it's always interesting to see that.
It looks like your son's shoes, like it was light up.
Yeah. We bought Logan a pair of those like blinky shoes that you see at the mall, and it does like 28 different things. He loves them unless he's around these assholes, and then he's shy all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, I did kind of take the remote and just keep playing.
Which really pissed him off. But nonetheless, we got into the very last match of the evening, which was The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. And to me, it was not a good match. It was Taker's last match. And you knew that going in that it was going to be it. That was it. The run was done. And God, I hate to see it, but I understand. The Phenom has blessed us with 20 plus years of great storylines in wrestling. There'll never be another. Like, to me, The Undertaker trumps Hulk Hogan. He trumps Ric Flair. He trumps them all because his longevity, his able to reinvent himself in the ring with the American Badass gimmick, and then just coming back as Taker, and every once in a while just redoing the gimmick. Just slight little changes. A haircut, the outfit, whatever. The Brothers of Destruction with him and Kane. Mm-hmm. The Ministry of Darkness, which is one of the best storylines that the WWE has ever done. It's all due to that man. And our hats are off to him, at least mine is, to see him finally walk away, if you will, the gunslinger, the Brett Favre of WWE, and walk into the sunset with his head held high, unfortunately with a loss to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and that was... It's tough to see because, for one, the entire WWE universe hates Roman Reigns. If you like Roman Reigns, you're probably at the age of 16 or younger, and you probably really don't know what the fuck wrestling is. And I mean that in all seriousness. Like, I don't know an actual human being that's like, oh, Roman Reigns, like, he's an awesome character. I love him. No, there's not one person in this world that I know that actually likes him. So it's shitty for him to be on the level of Brock Lesnar to have put another scratch on the loss column for the Phenom at WrestleMania.
And for it to be his last match to go out with a loss. Now, to go back, if we want to do history, you look at Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, that made sense. It was a career-ending match, and that was the stipulation. And they'd went at it for a good 20-plus minutes, and Flair standing there in the most iconic pose and picture, if you will, begging Shawn, end it. Just end it. And Shawn looks at him and says, I love you, and hits him with a super kick for the 1-2-3. That was phenomenal. Here, there was just nothing to it. There should have been more. Not that necessarily Reigns shouldn't have beat him, but it should have been Reigns' heel turn. It should have been something significant with Roman to propel his career, not just winning against The Undertaker. That does nothing for me. Unless he comes out tomorrow night and just completely starts being a prick and I've beaten Brock Lesnar, I've beaten John Cena, I've beaten The Undertaker, I'm not taking anyone's shit again, and starts, going after whoever the fuck he wants to go after, it's all for naught. And it's just a loss in The Undertaker's column that didn't necessarily need to be there.
No, and again, that's the thing, is that Undertaker didn't need to lose. He, in my opinion as a fan, he needed to win. He needed to go out with a win. And all wrestlers talk about, too, when wrestling against The Undertaker, is that you have, people feel bad. Like when Brock Lesnar beat The Phenom, Lesnar had said in interviews, and so has Paul Heyman, like when they told him, hey, this is how your match is going to end, he was like, no, I don't want to do it. It's not what I want. We're talking about The Undertaker here. It's not, it's not the Shawn Michaels, Ric Flairs, or whoever. Like, we're talking about the dead man, the man who constantly reinvents himself through the Attitude Era, through, the era we have now, and even before, at the beginning of his gimmick, when he basically had Paul Bearer taking him around everywhere, and he drew power from an urn.
Yeah.
Like in his first incarnation of his character. And now you have...
If he was going to retire, I'll
Yeah.
put it this way, then it should have been with Lesnar. It should have been a loss, and that was it, and that was done. He's defeated, and he walks away. It should not have been, we'll hang on for a few more years. Yes, we are currently watching the Lesnar-Goldberg match again. Keep your eyes peeled. Shit's about to go down.
This is exactly where it's about to happen right here.
Yeah, I believe this is the one.
This is some shit, dude. No way. No way. That's superhuman.
Yeah.
That's cheat code shit.
That's a hell of a distance to clear.
For a man.
From his knees!
Yeah, I know.
From his knees!
I'm so happy that you rewound this.
And the timing of it could not have been better.
I don't understand that.
Like, how much steroids do I have to take to do that?
How many steroids do I need?
Well, look at his face.
All
right
of
now.
the steroids.
It's almost like, like.
Well, look at, he's like on the ground. He's like, "Fuck!" He's like, "I cannot do that again." Like he's looking around, like, "Is it over?"
No, yeah. The rehearsal that was probably a one-time thing.
Yeah,
Like,
there's just.
I'll come in just for that, and then.
Well, yeah, I
Clear
mean,
out.
it's like I'm gonna do this one move, and after that, we've got to end it. Like it's not. I can't keep going. Like,
No. We need to make the match longer. Okay, I'll do the same move 10 times.
Yeah, I mean exactly, but that's what
Yeah,
it was.
there was no cheating there. He didn't duck or anything. He really cleared him. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is just a fucking animal.
He clearly is a beast.
No.
A beast of a man.
Yeah, exactly. He just
The physics of getting somebody that heavy up that high, it's unbelievable.
like it's 295 pounds.
Yeah.
Like I can't even squat that much.
Well, and by the end of the match, his face is so red it looks like his brain is going to pop out of his skull.
Right.
But that's always been Lesnar,
I'm actually worried about it.
Yeah, but he's just been a pasty
Would anyone
mofo.
like a beer?
Yes.
Beer. Give me that Bell's Oberon. We can talk about that
What we're
too.
doing
Uh-oh.
right now, though.
My man.
I'll just open this Bell's Oberon American Wheat Ale with my Bell's bottle opener.
Very exclusive.
Very exclusive. Very
Yes.
Very sexy. Very sexy.
So, needless to say, to end the match, you have Undertaker walk away into the sunset, leaving his ring gear, minus his tights and boots, in the center of the ring.
Which I mean,
And signaling that that's it. Which, hey, the man went out on his own terms. We've talked about before that he has health issues, that he has, a hip surgery that he's direly needing, that he's been waiting until he retires, amongst, I'm sure, a couple other things.
are we allowed to double serve ourselves? Like I know that's kind of illegal in Indiana, but
I mean, why not? So we've talked about Bell's before, right? And we have Oberon Ale, which is an American wheat ale that young Master Evan brought. And to give you a quick rundown, it is an American wheat ale with a spicy hop character, mildly fruity aromas, and the color and scent of a sunny afternoon. Oberon is made with just malt, hops, and Bell's signature house ale yeast and water. The result is a medium body, full flavor, making it the perfect beer for warm weather. Well, it's not fucking warm weather. Not like real warm at least yet. But
I mean,
I've never turned down a good beer.
It's Indiana. Like one day it will be warm, and the next day there will be a snowstorm.
True.
And then there will
July.
be a tornado, and then it will snow.
True.
And you'll ask God why it snowed, and then it will be 95 degrees for 4 days.
Gotcha.
Now, Oberon. Oberon is Blue Moon, except the people at Bell's drank a Blue Moon, they sat down, and they said, Blue Moon tastes shitty, let's fix it.
Gabe, what do you think? Get you in here. You're a beer guy. You got the IQ of it. What's your call on this?
My IQ at this point is much diminished. I would have to say this is pretty good beer, though. It was a little surprising. It is. Very straightforward, weedy. I'm kind of wondering what kind of yeast it is because I don't know. I mean, that just sort of comes through. And then after drinking IPAs all night, I mean, there's no citrus, there's no pine. It's just, this is a straight up beer.
It is an American wheat at its finest. It is. There's no bullcrap, bubblegummy Belgian sweetness, no over malt. It is just a wheat beer. And it's easy to drink.
And Blue Moon is also orangey as well.
Yeah, there's a...
Blue Moon is not good. And let it be known that the Palate Destroyer, Watson, does not like Blue Moon.
It is official here, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the Palate Shredder. This is Matt Watson, the Palate Destroyer. He will be getting, hopefully, a title belt soon. We'll get you in a title match.
Potentially. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. Needless to say, a good beer, I agree. I'm not a fan of wheats.
I hate to keep coming back to this, but it is also unfiltered, correct?
It is unfiltered and unpasteurized.
How you gonna give him shit earlier about bringing unfiltered beer and you brought fucking you bought 12 pack?
I didn't know. Well, I was gonna let you figure it out for yourself.
Let me tell you how I chose this beer.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you.
I'll tell you what.
So I hopped up on Beverage Barn's old Facebook, and old Matt Watson here was just like, hey guys, we got this sweet new Bell's Oberon American wheat in. And I was like, that sounds fucking awesome because since El Segundo fucking sucks and can't send their beer all the time.
No. Hold on.
FedEx,
El Segundo is
whatever.
fine. FedEx blows a bunch of dick. It was
Blows a
at
bunch of dick.
Evansville at 4:15 yesterday morning.
There's
It's still
no
not at my
excuse.
goddamn house.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be $1 million reward for the person that breaks into FedEx tonight and brings it to us by 2 a.m. If you do that, $1 million goes to you.
You got an hour and 29 minutes on a podcast that's not going to load and probably for another hour and 29 minutes.
So you've got time.
You got 60 seconds or so.
Hopefully you're just listening. Hopefully you live close by. Maybe you are the FedEx driver.
Yeah.
You can just bring it to us.
All I'm saying is
It would be some shit if the FedEx driver showed up at our house in his pajamas with that package saying, I want my $1 million.
Well, I've redone the downstairs. You all haven't seen it before, but that's why the bourbon's back there. And what you can't see off screen right now is a whole fuckload of guns. So I could take care of that real quick. And I could get my beer without signing for it.
That's accurate. You wouldn't have to pay him $1 million if you could pay him in one round of any amount of guns that I'm looking at.
I believe the keyword here is fuck off.
It would be a lot easier to get down here if we didn't have to sort of squeeze around that pallet of $1 million in cash that you have sitting over there too.
Yeah, that is a pain in the ass. Like, what are you going to do with it?
Yes, but what a better way to enjoy a nice nap than on a pallet of millions of dollars.
So apparently, people, as you can hear my friends here, in the dungeon, there's $1 million that I don't know about.
I mean, do you not see it?
It's right there.
And apparently, my friends are also tripping on peyote, and I've not gotten any tonight because there's no money here.
Really, I can vape at this point.
Yeah. So, needless to say, that choo-choo train is Gabe. Currently sucking on a robotic dick.
Robot dick.
You know what would be funny is if they made this look like a can of Duster. I think that would be the most inappropriate possible thing. Is if I was just sitting in traffic.
Dude, legit in Walmart in like a long line, you just sit there after 15 minutes, you're like, fuck it.
Man.
Pull out this Duster and you just...
It's like a full-size can. I mean, the big boy can. Of like, I got a dusty-ass keyboard.
Hold on.
It is so dusty. Like, extremely dusty.
Okay, so So you two knuckleheaded motherfuckers, explain what Duster does, because I know what it does, because I knew guys in the Marine Corps that would do it, because they're stupid. So Matt, I'll let you start, and then Gabe can chime in.
I don't do drugs.
It makes you lightheaded.
That's some Fruity Pebbles type shit you got over there, son.
That is strawberry sour straws flavor.
Yeah.
Like candy.
So initially, it doesn't have Freon in it, but it's cold. Super compressed air that's very cold.
Anything that was compressed and then you let pressure off of it is going to get cold, though. I mean,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is what makes it, what gives you that 2-3 second high that people do to do Duster.
Probably.
Or whippets or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
A lot of the feeling has to come down to the lack of oxygen to the brain.
Oh, which is a great thing to do, kids, because it helps brain cells.
Your brain does not need oxygen. Update.
It's a petroleum distillate, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
This is why we have these two guys on the show, because
like
they're
huffing gas. Yeah,
it is. It's huffing gas and starving your brain from oxygen
in a fashionable way.
So if you're looking to kill IQ points,
no, time out real quick. Like, what fucks me up is that you, like, when we start talking about drugs, like, you're like, well, it's an opium distillate or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
It's a stereoisomer of melatonin.
That was DMT, but yes.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yes, earlier we were talking about DMT.
And if that was canned in a Walmart available form, oh my God, America, what the fuck?
No, we would probably be in, like, Pakistan. Somewhere like that.
So regardless, needless to say.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a terrible thing to do. That's yeah. But
I just like that you know the science behind it. It's fascinating. Really.
It's something that always fascinated me. I always wanted to be a pharmacologist, and then I realized I'm also kind of an underachiever, and I have a what is that?
That's okay. Just
What's
keep
happening?
going. We're fine. The GoPro for our video is done. Battery, I guess, went out, but that's
cool.
okay.
Way to fuck that up. Anyways.
Anyway,
it's a rough draft, anyways. It's fine.
Let me see, where was I? But yeah, now I have a mortgage, and I can't do that kind of thing. So.
Oh, and you also have a job at drug tests, so that's a big thing as well.
Well, I assume
now,
a pharmacologist,
now you
wouldn't want them to test this stuff out. I mean.
I mean, you have to give advice. I mean, I work at a beer store. You gotta test the beer. You gotta test the drugs.
No.
What do Lord tabs make me feel like? Well, let me explain to you. I'm on them right now.
Let me tell you about last Saturday night.
Well, let's
hold on. Pause.
Yes.
The main event does not remotely at all whatsoever recommend you do any drugs of any sort unless it is described or prescribed by a doctor or pharmacist, and not these two fucksickles that are beside us.
Fucksicles is a new word.
Yeah.
Fucksicle.
It means dicks.
It means dicks.
No one is saying to do drugs. We're just talking about how they make you feel.
No, I mean,
you can read on
it's
these
purely
things.
Scientific.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
purely scientific.
Purely.
Like, all you have to do is go to an EDM festival, and then at that point, like, you don't have to take drugs.
What is EDM? I've never been to
electronic
one.
dance music?
Never been to one.
Erectile dysfunction something or other.
Maturation. It is the maturing of your erectile dysfunction. So it's when your erectile dysfunction becomes a serious issue in your life.
So when you're at the electronic music festival, do you think people just guide you through that process? You're like, hey man, you know what? I really don't know what I want to get fucked up on right now, but if you could just throw some suggestions out there.
It's like you're an EDM virgin. You go in there, you're like, oh, I love Skrillex, and of course there's.
And people are like, here, try this.
Yeah, it's like, here, try this. It's like, this is salvia, and I'm like, what the fuck is salvia?
Yeah.
And
they're like, it opens your mind.
Exactly.
And then
it's sort of like the Amazon suggestions. Like, well, you looked at this, so you probably want to buy this, right? Like,
oh, you recently thought about weed?
Yeah, exactly.
I see that you've recently thought about weed. Here's DMT. Try it out. See what happens.
Exactly. It's just
it's scary how good the cookies are on the internet browsers. Like, okay, for example, I bought glasses off the internet, and now every time I get on Google, I see advertisements.
Like
More glasses.
You need more glasses because you only have one pair of eyes, but they want to give you 8 or 9 pairs of glasses. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's really hard when you go to Pornhub.
It's temptation.
Oh, speaking of which is one of the most hilarious things I've seen. Did you see what Pornhub did on April 1st?
No.
I heard about it.
So if you went on Pornhub on April 1st, for all you deviant little dastardly bastards.
I'll be honest, I didn't.
So hold on. So they put it up there as soon as whatever video you clicked on, it popped up this thing saying that it was automatically sharing to all your social media accounts. Like everything, like it listed them, blah, 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 blah,
That's me.
It had your shit. And then you X'd out of it and it said, just fucking with you April Fools. So whatever erection you had just went completely to shit.
Oh, wow.
What are you supposed to do after that?
Well,
I would think about laugh at it and then jerk off, but I mean,
No, I mean, that's like boner killer number 1 right
that's
there.
hilarious. That is some of the best.
Can you imagine if your mother...
Whoa, that was a weird sentence.
Actually, that kind of reminds me of a scam going around right now, according to somebody I worked with.
That's the best way to say that. Go ahead, continue.
This gentleman had an issue where he was trying to find some love and companionship online.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And he ended up Skyping with a young lady. Who, after sharing some intimate Skype videos, all of a sudden turned the tables on him and said, "You know what? I'm going to need some cash wired to me, or I will share all this stuff with your entire Facebook friends list."
And I just said, "Get to sharing, bitch. I don't mind."
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did.
Speaking of which,
he said, "You know what? All my friends, I have no shame. First of all my friends would be impressed, and I've been looking for a reason to show this stuff to some of them. So go ahead." And I thought it was hilarious. They went around for a couple hours.
I have a friend that uses my Wi-Fi. He lives next door.
Oh, no.
And
You have one of those friends?
he texted me the other day and said, "I don't know what Alex Chromecast is, but I believe that I've been sharing video to it for almost the entire night."
Oh no!
And that Chromecast is set up in my living room at my parents' house.
Oh wow!
So I said, "What have you watched?" He said, "I don't want to tell you."
There was horses and midgets involved, and maybe some ice cubes and a chicken.
A chicken and
one
there was
clown,
a
mime.
There was costumes involved, but then there wasn't costumes and a lot of grunting, a furious amount of grunting. Now,
As long as they didn't,
it was awkward.
Turn it to the HDMI thing,
No, but God forbid.
Yeah, had they just messed up that.
God forbid, my little sister just got done watching.
Yeah, sure.
Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, and then a woman comes on.
We'll just leave it on the title screen.
And she shows you her Tinkerbell, and it starts rubbing it real hard.
There's a Tinkerbell, and she puts it in her Tinkerbell, and then Tinkerbell all the way home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you see Peter Pan, and that's just fucked up.
Peter Pan gets involved, and Lord knows Peter Pan knows how to take you to Neverland. You know what I'm saying?
Usually when I watch that type of stuff, usually it's Captain Hook.
Captain Hook seems too sharp.
Well, usually his hook isn't a hook.
It's just more of a slight bend.
It just has a slight bend.
And it's made of some kind of composite rubber.
Yeah, sometimes it's made out of...
Or soapstone, as we talked about.
Oh, soapstone. By the way, soapstone dildos.
So anyone who's a fan of the podcast knows that a few weeks back we looked through this magazine that... it's a sex toy magazine that my wife brought home from a party she went to, and the guys were laughing about it. I said, "Oh no, you don't want the plastics, you want the glass." And then old Gabe chimed up, was like, "Oh, maybe it should be made of stone." I was like, "Yeah, soapstone, so it won't hold the odor and everything."
Excellent.
So that's where that joke's cracking from.
Is that really like how that works? Like soapstone doesn't carry an odor?
Fuck, I don't know, man. It just sounded really good.
I don't know.
I mean, they use it. They use it for freaking. For whiskey ice cubes,
yeah,
to freeze. So I figure it wouldn't hold the flavor because then you'd be fucking up all your whiskey.
Let us know. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? What's your preference?
Actually, please don't.
Email us at themainevent45@gmail.com. Let us know what you think.
It's kind of similar to Meerschaum. I hate to bring
The
away
fuck
from
is
that.
Meerschaum?
Well, it's a pipe thing. It's a type of stone that they make pipes out of for tobacco use.
Oh, okay.
Only tobacco.
Only tobacco.
Tobacco is legal, so yes.
Yeah, one of those. And I assume that it probably gets filthy because that stuff does. Full of greasy resin and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if you'd want to put that anywhere that, kind of humid.
Anywhere that's humid. So like say...
I'm just, you know what, I mean, yeah, you have a public, service sort of obligation too. Like, don't put soapstone inside your body. Like, without knowing, I mean, sure, just Google that. It's just a quick search. I mean,
only Google can tell you what's truly good for you.
Google will tell you what's up.
I don't even go to the doctor anymore. I just use WebMD and I self-diagnose myself.
I have cancer in 9 parts of my body, thanks to WebMD.
Yep.
I'm treating myself by jumping off of 20-foot ladders. For whatever reason. My back's feeling great. Aligned, as good as new.
Yes.
As good as new.
That's perfect. That's what you need. Like, so jumping off ladders not only cures back problems, but if you have cancer in your back, then it cures it. Which is there back cancer? Is that a thing?
I don't think.
I know there's ball cancer, and that's bad enough.
Yeah, but we're worried about our back. Like, on back day, if you have back cancer, it's not going to work. So I need to know if I need to jump off a ladder.
Are you saying that lifting weights gives you back cancer?
Back day is all the more satisfying until you realize that's just a tumor.
Whoa. All right, let's go there.
Shit, I'm so swole. Look at this. Oh, fuck.
Oh, dude.
Tumor.
My shoulders look huge.
This is
it's
terrible.
stage 4 lymphoma.
Don't do that.
Unfortunately.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Zach has to do it. I can't do it.
It's not a tumor. It's a hematoma.
Oh, Lord.
Not. Hold on. Who is your daddy and what does he do? It's not a tumor. It's a hematoma. And my wife is literally nails on the chalkboard right now because she hates when I do Arnold. Because I will be back. Yeah.
What if your daddy's an oncologist and then he's like, no, it totally isn't.
No.
It's not a tumor. It is, though. It is stage 3 melanoma.
I'm so sorry.
And then you look at him and you go, Conan, what is good in life?
To destroy your enemies, drive them before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
Gamma ray radiation. I wouldn't heard at this point.
And apparently back cancer, which is a new thing we just invented.
I'm just
So
saying.
if you have back cancer, write to us at the main event
45
at
gmail.com.
at gmail.com. If you have back cancer, update us on your situation and win a free prize.
We can cure you.
We can cure you jumping off ladders. I have a 20-foot ladder.
I've got some beer. I'm sure he's got some DMT somewhere. We'll make it happen.
We'll dig it out. I'm sure it would just be that much more therapeutic on DMT to fall off a 20-foot ledge and onto a ladder.
Would you even like actually fall off the right side?
Would you know that it was happening? You would just wake up in a lot of pain.
Well, no, it fixes your back and your back cancer, so you're not really in pain.
It's not pain. It's all relative.
Exactly.
Oh, in other news, I have an update. 10 Man Brewing.
Yes, we do need to talk about that.
As of, Saturday night at about 6 p.m. went up for sale.
At 6 p.m. exactly.
So we're looking
Pretty much. I got an update from someone on the inside.
So we're looking for partners to buy 10 Man Brewing Company.
Yes, it's only $2.39 million. And if you want to give us $2.39 million,
which I feel is really
email
high.
us.
I don't feel like they're worth that much.
Email us. The main event.
Our main event.
45 at gmail.com if you'd like to invest.
We're going to get so many emails from this. I cannot wait for that.
I can't
Hey, listen, we're down. Me and Evan can stop doing what we're doing. Bring Matt in, teach him he can learn how to be our headmaster brewer, and then we can just fucking rock out this podcast and brew beer for the rest of our lives. Which sounds like a goddamn fantastic thing to me, I'm just saying.
I think it could happen just because if the March of Dimes can make cashiers annoying, then surely, this podcast can make this brewery happen.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, if the people who get jobs at Walmart greeting people can keep that job steadily, then this podcast can go somewhere. Because, good Lord.
It's going places.
Good Lord. Sometimes I walk in that place and I'm like, why are you here, dude? Like, you should be on a chair in a
there's nothing worse
nursing
than a
home.
disgruntled greeter, though. That just sets the fucking tone for the whole evening. When I'm in there, just, like, yeah.
Dude, I'm just here to buy...
Give you that sidelong glance, like, what the hell do you want?
And you're just sitting there to buy butt wiping beer. And they're giving you the legitimate stink eye.
I'll be quick, sir. I'm sorry.
Going there for some damn toilet paper, diapers. Give you the stare down.
I'm just here for ibuprofen and DMT.
Sir, do you have your receipt?
Oh my god. No,
Yeah,
so listen.
I have our receipt.
I have to tell you something. So every time, usually after the podcast is over, when I have to meal prep for the week, I always go to the Walmart that's right by Morgan Avenue over here. I guess it's the East Side Walmart.
Yes.
I'm not from here originally, so I get confused with.
It's an unfortunate shithole.
Yeah, it's weird, but there's always this old man every time. And the first time I walked up there, he asked for my receipt, and as soon as I gave it to him, he said, you want to know a trick on like how to get shit out of here? And I was like,
what?
I was like, yeah, man, tell me. He's like,
I mean, why not?
Well, what is it?
he said, son, here's all you got to do. He said, whenever you go in there, it's like most of our guys, they just look at the timestamp and the date. A lot of times it's just the date if they're in a hurry. He's like, come in here, like buy a stick of gum, immediately come back in and have something with you and just take it, and they'll look at your little timestamp. They won't even look at what you bought. Wow. And he said, just timestamp and same date, you're good to go. So as long as you buy like multiple small shit and walk out with a goddamn TV.
And
now that 64-inch Vizio seems more realistic.
Yeah. I mean,
so now listen, kids. Now in the main event, we're teaching you how to steal shit from Walmart.
Well, I mean, we already taught him about DMT. We might as well teach him how to steal from Walmart.
I didn't teach you anything. I relayed information from a Walmart employee that is at least 60 plus years old.
Yeah, we don't know what he didn't take in order to divulge.
Yeah, this dude probably has like those NES classics just sitting in his fucking garage, just pawning them off on fucking Amazon. He's like, I'll show those young whippersnappers.
These crazy kids stealing flash drives and floppy disks.
Floppy disks.
They don't even make those anymore.
Oh, there's someone that does. I promise you. There's someone somewhere that fucking makes that shit.
I'll show you a floppy disk.
Yeah. I have an 11.5 inch floppy disk. That's no shit. I have several of those. If anybody really wants it, I don't know what's on it.
Old Chinese porn.
What is that? Old? How old are we talking about? Like,
can you
fucking British occupation? Like, fucking, it's black and white. It's all degraded. You're like, oh,
it's unreal.
I don't know about this.
It's all flash camera. They're
I know.
Gunpowder taken.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened in between frames. I don't know. I had to reload the flash bulbs.
I don't like. How much memory can a floppy disk even hold? It's
it was something like 14K or oh man, I don't
14K.
I don't want to go out.
Like megabytes?
No, like kilobits.
No,
that's
sub megabyte.
So that's
I don't want to go out on a limb because I feel like
no. I mean, you were going to completely date ourselves. So like, yeah, you could like save like 3 pages of shit on it.
No. Listen, like when in 3rd grade. We had floppy disks in computer class. We used it to save shit.
3.5 inch.
Right.
Yeah,
but you couldn't
emasculating at that size. It's like, whoa, look at that.
that's not average. Oh, well.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to put that in perspective, the first person shooter that I was aware of was Wolfenstein. Was an awesome game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where you go around and you
Great
shoot these
game.
Nazis in a castle. There's nothing more American than shooting Nazis. And I loved Wolfenstein, but it took 3 of these fucking huge-ass floppy disks to actually load this game onto your PC.
And then it took all of your PC because, it had a
That
whopping
was-
1 gig of memory.
That was Windows 3.1.
1 gig. Floppy disk did not have 1 gig.
No, the computer had 1 gig.
Oh,
No, the
barely.
computer did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
have 1
yeah.
gig. This was a 300 megahertz back then. Was like, damn, you're rich. Like, what's going on?
I talked to a guy today that said he used to sell internet access 256 kilobytes,
Yeah.
which is less than a megabyte, down, and 256 kilobytes up,
Yeah.
upload.
Listen,
And
That
what was that
was
called?
$350 a month.
listen.
Jesus
That was the old
Christ.
DSL.
Hold
was
on.
it not? Or-
Listen.
It was, no, DSL came out, and it was the
ISDN?
upwards of DSL.
Listen,
Yeah,
I come from the generation of porn where you uploaded a photo, and when your mom went to the grocery store and back, and it took her 45 minutes, and you were hoping to jerk off in between that time
That was
with that photo that was slightly, thank you, that was slightly boxy and grainy, and you were just like,
It
sweet
was-
mother of God, and then God
even-
forbid you got a virus because it was always like dicks upon dicks upon dicks
Thir-
that were
30
locked in your computer.
36 kilobytes per second was standard. I mean, 56K was like pretty normal. That download speed, it would be a single picture. It would take up your entire monitor.
Yes.
And it would start from the top down.
Yeah.
Slowly. And then once you sort of
It's
get...
like printing a fucking
you get
photo.
this woman's face, and you're like, you kind of make a decision at that point. Is it worth it?
Is it worth waiting the 30 seconds?
Within the first
No,
10
it wasn't 30 seconds.
yeah,
it was 30 minutes.
It was like the first 10% of that picture.
Yeah.
And we're not talking video, man. It is
No,
picture.
there was no video.
You're like, that first 10%, you had to make a do or die decision. Like, all right, do I
Can
go
I
and
make
look
this
for
work?
something else?
And
or
we're
is
talking
this
being
gonna
like
be
13 years old, so
Yeah.
it didn't take much to work
God
with.
forbid,
but-
this is background. You're seeing some fucking potted plants or something. You're like, oh, God. Oh, shit, man. This is all on the bottom end of this photo. Someone got fancy with this thing. I don't know
but
what to do.
what if you didn't like the rest of the picture? I mean, the face is good, but
you were screwed.
You just sort of spent 4 minutes of your time waiting for this thing to load. Kids don't understand how good they have.
Yeah,
these
no,
days.
they don't.
Did you?
Back in my day, it took us 30 minutes to load
It
more.
was like,
22 almost, yeah.
Okay, so like Matt and I, he's 22, I'm 25 respectively, and
Me and Gabe are the same age. We're 31.
yeah, older than dirt,
Yeah.
and
Wow, nearly.
Right around Jesus and Moses.
right around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right around the time when we thought the Earth was flat, and
Which
Yes,
some of you stupid fucks still believe that.
people thought that
In high school, you
You
used to
hit
go
dinosaur
build pyramids.
Mm.
Like, damn near.
No, it was a Model T, you cocksucker.
Oh, excuse us.
Excuse me. Same
You got-
fucking...
4 bits a week. I mean, you know how much bread that bought? And the turnishes. Those were radishes and turnishes spliced. They were delicious.
I raised horses that were 10 hands high.
It was amazing.
So like,
It's gonna be a fortnight at least before I get to the pasture. At least 6 fathoms.
That log was 4 cubics by 3 cubics.
when you and I had porn, like when we got access to it when you're like 12.
It was pictures.
Yeah, we
It
didn't
was
have
pictures, but it was only pictures. And you know, you could swipe through them pretty quickly, but I remember in elementary school we used to have like a typing program,
Jesus Christ.
and we could text through the typing program,
Oh, big
and we would
mistake.
send stuff like butt and poop,
Yeah.
and we would die laughing because we could send it from here to there.
There's nothing as good as a good poop
And
joke.
before I graduated high school, I had a phone, an iPhone that could do everything. I could video chat with somebody, and it just
Shall we go down that road, Gabe?
Yeah, can you imagine DOS Do you know what DOS is?
Are you saying some German shit right now? Because I'm not.
DOS is a
the operating system.
It's a command prompt operating system. My first computer that I had in my room, because I guess I don't know, I'm like a rich bastard or something.
Run.
He's
not really. His dad just worked overseas a lot.
It ran DOS.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I did have a sort of a home screen, but I mean, if I really wanted to boot anything like a game like Wolfenstein or something, I would have to open up DOS.
Yeah, run,
and then
blah, blah,
C,
blah, blah, blah,
colon,
Wolfenstein.
/ or backslash. That was backslash. And then find the exe file for that and memorize all this shit. And that was sort of where I started out. And
well, we came from the generation. Also, if you played games, you had cheat codes that were 10 miles long.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was to get money or to get whatever else, and you did all these different things to get it. It was really cool because the programmers put it in it. Yeah. Now they don't do that shit.
It was really hard to find that stuff too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, in order to source this shit, you had to be pretty good.
Remember Game Genie?
No, actually, no.
Oh, really?
No, it was on the NES. Game Genie and Code Shark.
Yeah.
I probably have used them. I just don't remember.
So pretty much what Game Genie was, for anyone who doesn't know, or maybe a little bit younger than what me and Gabe are, it was right around our generation since we were so close in age, is like if you had a Super Nintendo or a Sega, they'd have a Game Genie for it, and it was something you could plug into the game, and it would bring up the codes on the screen, and you could just plug and play and just go with it.
Yeah,
which was really neat. Versus going up, down, left, right, ABC, boom, 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 boom.
I'm familiar with, yeah.
Yep.
You make a little hieroglyphic post-it note about,
Oh,
exactly
absolutely.
This is how it's done.
Do you guys remember back when playing video games? Because this was prevalent up until like the first Xbox came out, to where, say if you got stuck on a game, you had to go find an FAQ somewhere, or you had to ask a friend, and there were myths in games, like if you did this action, like certain shit would happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, did you guys ever play like Zelda, like on the 64?
I was never a Zelda, like Mario or Zelda. It was kind of
which
weird.
Zelda game?
So,
what's a popular game that you played? Just...
man, so
007.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Oh, right there, bro. Right there.
Right.
So we came from that generation, that very first-person shooter.
We were a violent bunch of people.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, I had a Sega Genesis, right? Now we always, in my household, we didn't get the new system. It took a couple years to get it. Oh, well. So I had a Sega, and me and my uncle would play. We played what would traditionally now be called MMOs. And I would watch him play, and I would play him, whatever the case might be. We had some really cool games. And we played Mortal Kombat and Sonic and whatever else.
Okay, well,
and then N64 come along.
Right.
Just hold on.
No,
and you had 007, which was just it was the first game of its sort. So, man, dude, that and like freaking Mario Kart was the shit you played. And then there was NFL Blitz. So those were the three games. Like if you went over to your buddies, you played GoldenEye, you played Mario Kart, and you played NFL Blitz because you could power bomb motherfuckers in NFL Blitz. And you just had a blast with it.
So what about, did you guys play like Mario 64, like the standalone?
I had it. Everybody had it, but it was just,
I didn't have it.
Okay, well, like to kind of make my point, because I can kind of do it with Sonic too, if everyone's played that. But like, so Mario 64, for example, like talk about myths in video games. It used to be this giant myth for a long time that when you first walk in the castle, if you jump on Toad's head and then jump off of him into a picture, then you'd find Donkey Kong or some shit, but it was never proven. But like, that's the era.
So what you're saying is there was trolls even back in the 90s.
Yeah, like there were trolls.
So fuck all you guys.
Wasting your fucking time.
Yeah, but you would do it for hours because you were fucking...
Quit watching porn over there, Matt. Goddamn, we're cutting the podcast. This is an award-winning podcast that ain't ever won a goddamn award. You can't if you're jerking off.
I received a video on Snapchat.
Oh, wait a minute.
Was it of a female?
It was.
Was she showing her titties?
No.
That doesn't count.
No, we don't care.
No, it was simply a video of her singing, it looked like, and she had provocative clothing on.
That would almost count.
I'm not going to say any names, but thank you in advance for that video, although it was loud.
So, needless to say, whether you're talking video games, internet, whatever the case may be, me and Gabe get to come from the generation before you guys, a couple years.
Well, ours kind of intermingled.
What all do. in a sense.
No, but like until I was at least 15, there wasn't like we had Game Genius or whatever, but like cheat codes or like myths and games or whatever, like in the internet, like shit used to be difficult to find. Like now it's super easy. Like even when I was in college, like finding stuff for your papers and whatnot was semi-easy. But
you can buy guides at Walmart and walk you through a game to show you every single...
You could search how to jump 5,000 feet in GTA on Google, and in 1.0 seconds, you can have 4 billion results.
Yeah.
And it's easy.
5 years
it's
ago,
so easy.
You couldn't do
that. This is a computer that I hold in my hand, and it's touchscreen.
Absolutely. It has more technology than what they did to send freaking Man in the Moon.
The first computers are nothing.
You can play an N64 on this.
You guys sound like a bunch of old farts. Let me just tell you.
Back in my day, we used to have to listen to dial-up.
Hey, listen. You want to talk about killing erection?
No, actually, that does something for me. I only associate it.
I'm actually 29% electronic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not.
When I hear, I'm like, oh, the titties are coming. It's going to be a few minutes, but we'll get there.
It's all about anticipation of the future.
This is,
But no, you're absolutely right, and that's the world we live in right now, right? Is everything's right at your beck and call. Is if I have questions, I'm currently doing a gun build, which we're gonna do some portions of it. We're gonna showcase maybe.
We'll make a video of it.
Sure. I have to get going. But on the main event that I'm doing an AR for a guy, and I have everything in place. But if I have questions, I can go to literally ar15.com. And they will pull up the exact diagram, what parts I need, how it's installed. YouTube, I'm watching guys do it and going, oh, that's an easier way because this guy's done it a bunch of times. And learning how to slap it in so the next time I build one. Because initially what I'm doing is building a gun for a guy who really wanted something that wasn't normal, that was custom. In a sense, someone else built it. He can say, no, mine was built by a buddy, not bought. And it's going to lead me into building others of my own or for other people. And not for profit. I'm not making a fucking dime off of it. I'm actually losing money because, it's taking time and effort. And I'm going to put in more stuff for the guy to make sure he has what he wants.
As soon as you said that, I searched on Google gigantic hot dog. And this is what I found.
Why the fuck were you looking at a gigantic hot dog?
And it is a picture of a 40-foot hot dog on top of a restaurant.
Why was I looking it up? Because that was the first thing I thought of.
Well, no. So, you bring up a good point, too, is that you're talking about how you can just Google something and then it just pops up whatever. Zach, you might remember this. Matt, I'm sure you probably do, and I'll be actually disappointed if you don't know this. Do you remember, Anarchist Cookbook?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yes.
That shit's terrifying because at the same time, Zach can make a firearm, and in my opinion, firearms are safe. They keep you safe. But, Anarchist Cookbook, for example...
Teaches you how to make improvised explosive devices.
No, you can kill people with it.
Yeah,
no fucking shit. I may have spent 10 years fighting a bunch of assholes who knew how to just do that, man. Not to be a dickhead, but there was a whole bunch of them that probably read that fucking book. And they realized that when you combine fertilizer and sawdust, you can kill a motherfucker. I may have been in a couple of them that they tried. Just saying.
Not to be offensive to you either, but I know how to read on the internet in the state of America.
In the state.
The state. I'm talking the state of America.
Well, let me tell you,
I'm in Kentucky, all right?
The Islamic State, they figured that shit out all on their own without that book. And let me tell you, it's not real hard to find some shit that'll go flammable and go boom.
Well, it's not real hard to go onto the interweb and be like, how to make shit blow up 2017. Mm-hmm. People are like, oh, if you get a car battery and a bunch of citric acid, you put it in the big-ass tube.
That's exactly right.
But
the Anarchist Cookbook is what it is. Oh, we're slaying bodies and talking
We're
shit.
wrestling bears, Mr. Putin.
Krasnoya. I had to think of something.
Das vidanya.
Do you actually know Russian?
Just that word, which is beautiful, I think.
And
Krasnoya.
Das vidanya means see you later.
Das badanya. I thought that means like hello or what?
No, it means
hello.
No,
goodbye.
it's like
Goodbye.
das vidanya. That's see you
goodbye.
later.
In Czech, I lived in Prague. Czech is Dobry den, is like good day, and I think it's the same in Russian.
Yeah, well.
There's two cultures and languages are eerily.
Assalamu alaikum means I fuck goats. Wait a minute.
Nope. I'm pretty sure that's not what that means.
You know what? It doesn't mean that.
If you have issues with the translations on the main event,
Eat a
email
fat.
us.
No.
The main event.
No,
45
fuck that. Eat a fat dick and enjoy it because I don't give a shit.
There's a lot of misunderstandings here.
Because there's a whole lot of words that I know from other countries.
Have you
Assalamu
seen that
alaikum.
YouTube video of the guy fucking the donkey? And I don't mean that.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. It's from
Whoa.
a drone.
It's
From our military.
Whoa.
It's okay. The government
Whoa.
provided it for us on
Whoa.
YouTube. But
Whoa.
No, I want to hear this.
okay,
not for my own
I think
interest.
you should.
Holy shit.
Okay, so go
If
ahead.
you have a
You were
problem
just
with
talking
fucking
about
goats,
fucking goats.
email
and all of a
us
sudden,
at
I just
the main
fucked up. May God be with you means I fuck goats. But then I say, hey, have you seen that video of a guy enjoying a donkey's ass? And you're like, oh, well, you know what? That's too fucking far, man. It's on YouTube. I don't know what you type in exactly. I assume drone.
Well, you know, I don't
Hold on,
either.
stop, pause. So no, we'll bring it back to the real stuff for just a singular second. The reason why I cracked that joke, and if you take offense to it, I really just don't give a flying fuck, is because I've been all over the world and I have seen that exact thing, what he is talking about. And it's quite hilarious because it's the hypocrisy of it, regardless of what race, what religion, whatever you do. It doesn't matter if you're... It just doesn't matter. There's all hypocrisy in it. It's just I've got to witness this firsthand in the most eccentric...
Not goat fucking.
Oh, yes, I have.
No.
Oh, yes. I've seen donkeys take it right...
Whoa, hang on.
Well, okay.
Dude, I've been to Afghanistan
so
twice,
now
let me tell
I'm
you.
the bad guy for watching it on YouTube.
Bitch, I've been to Detroit. All right.
I actually dated a girl from Detroit, and trust me, there's that shit going on there, too.
They fuck donkeys in Detroit?
What happens in
That's
Detroit?
when you say I need to get some ass.
They
What do you expect? There are two types of people.
take you to a
There are
farm.
literal people.
Yeah. I was in the McDonald's drive-thru in Princeton one time, and,
my
and
God.
there was
Stop.
and on the
Stop
bumper.
right
No,
there.
wait, and there was a bumper sticker on the truck in front of me that said, "What happens in the barn stays in the barn." And I can
That makes
only
me want to
assume-
never go into a barn ever.
I'm going to
and-
tell you right now, this...
Hey, it
hold on.
stays in the fucking barn. If you go there, and
Yeah,
stuff
but I
happens-
don't want to stay in a fucking barn if that's what's...
No, what you did happen. It just stays there.
All right,
Don't
all
worry
right,
about it.
all right.
No one's gonna tell.
Time out. This is by far my favorite podcast that we've ever done. And though it's like episode 12, and you all might be like, God, these motherfuckers are annoying. I've never had more fun in my life, and we've done like 30 podcasts. There's just a bunch of them we didn't release. So needless to say, if you fuck goats, you're not a fan. Or we're not a fan, regardless.
Yes.
You could be a fan of the podcast, but
we're
I'm
not
not
a fan
sure
of
we
you.
would watch your videos.
I want to go back to how you like
The
Zach,
YouTube video.
but Zach had Zach had no choice but see a goat get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you-
okay.
you-
That's more
No,
important.
hold on, pause.
You have that choice.
That's some real shit because, like, I worked in the COC, which is the Command Operations Center. at one point
Are you
in time.
allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that's good.
cool.
All declassified, all those goats. They've been debriefed.
Are the goats going to sue you?
No,
For disclosure of information.
But no.
those sluts have no shame.
Those goat sluts have no shame. No shame. That's what I'm telling you right now. No shame.
Shut the fuck up. But seriously, we have what? What was it called? It was G-Boss. And it was this gigantic freaking camera up on a tower, right? And it had night vision and heat sensor and everything else. So it would do a complete 360 scan, and they could see for miles. Miles
Of goat fucking.
Yes, because you'd be sitting in there, and it'd be like fucking 2 a.m, and all of a sudden you'd pick up a heat signature, and you're like, what the? Oh god damn it! And you're like, and there's some goat. Because here's the thing: what they would do, or donkeys mainly, is they would tie their fucking legs together so they couldn't run off. And you'd see some old boy just giving her hell.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, video was
So there was some poor son of a bitch. That's my problem with everything in general, just life. I fucking hate humanity. All of you suck. I don't care what religion you are. You suck.
Well,
yes.
let me describe this video real quick. It sounds very
How
similar.
did you get to it? Start from the beginning.
I think I might have seen this on Tosh.0, maybe.
Okay.
That makes sense. Tosh.0.
They did the.
He sounds like he's the guy that would watch goat porn.
Sure, it's they sort of did the abstract, where they just show parts of it and say, hey, look, this is fucked up.
Right.
So I looked it up, and sure enough, it's a thing, and I think it's a drone at least, but it's flying around looking for the bad guys, and then I guess like he's describing, like heat signature, it looks like that IR type, somebody's glowing in the middle of the field, and it's a guy that sure looks like he's going to town on the back end of a donkey. And the donkey tries to get away a couple times, and he's like, hang on, donkey.
He talks to me, he caresses it.
We're in the middle of something here. I mean, not real detailed or anything, but just horrifying. And I can only imagine the guys, sitting in a room in Virginia, flying this thing around with a joystick.
A drone, like, yeah.
Huh, what's that? Enhance.
All right, so...
Oh, fuck!
Okay,
Oh, God!
Imagine
Oh, shit!
You're eating an Arby's number 2
Uh-huh.
mid roast beef sandwich
Yeah.
with curly fries.
I always get the...
You're dipping in your sauce, right? And then you see a heat signature.
Yeah.
And you see a good old boy
Sure.
down in Iraq.
Just a good old boy.
Never meaning no
He
harm.
never meant no harm.
Yeah, he
go.
It's all you never saw.
Wait,
Been in
wait.
trouble with the goat since the day he was born. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, no, here's what I don't get. Like, why are you at Arby's flying a drone? Like, is that what
No,
they
you brought it home. You brought it
No,
to work.
You brought it to work with
Okay,
you.
Said,
so
hey, the
you-
government's
so you
pretty
clock
generous. They
in
gave
and
me
you're
a
like-
whole hour for lunch. I'm going to go to that Arby's down there on Quantico Road or whatever.
There you go.
And I'm going to fucking get some Arby's and take it back, Hey, I might as well just keep flying this fucking drone around, horsey sauce is good. And then you're like, oh, no. That has a bad connotation now, that horsey sauce, because that motherfucker just made some. And there.
Would it be a connotation or a denotation?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Both.
Both.
So anyway,
You guys are collegely
I gotta
smart.
tell you, this Remus bourbon is not bad. Considering it's not Kentucky.
So
Right? That's what I was talking to him about last podcast. And we never really even talked about the Indiana riot.
So, I've expanded my bourbon game, if you will.
Bourbon game.
I have 3, 6. I have 10 bottles back there.
He's
Work
the-
hard, play
he's
hard.
the Triple H of bourbon.
I am the Triple H of bourbon. I am the game. And I bought both types of rendition, which is the rye and the bourbon, just the regular bourbon from Indiana. George Remus is out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I had the rye first. Me and Evan have both tried it. Really enjoyed it. Pretty much anyone I've gave it to has really enjoyed it. I bought the regular bourbon. I liked it. It's about a $40 bottle. The rendition is around $30, so it's average for what you're going to pay. here's the big things, and we talk about this, and I'm huge on this, guys, and so much so. Whether it is with craft beer, whether it's with whiskey, whatever the case may be. Listen, I ain't trying to make Jack Daniels any more money. I ain't trying to make Jim Beam any more money because there's better stuff out there. Sometimes you just have to take a freaking shot. And it may be okay. It may not be all that great. It may be, like we had Slaughterhouse a couple weeks back. And it was out of Napa Valley, California. And it was like aged in wine barrels. I wasn't a fan of it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the bourbon I was looking for.
Yeah, that's a gimmick.
Yeah. But it was one of those, everybody has everything. I was at a wedding last night. They had Bud Light or Busch Light on
you
tap.
You got married last night?
No, I've been married for 8-9 years, dude. But
I've been married for 0 years.
And that's a good thing. But literally, I went from having, whatever they had on tap, Bud Light, Busch Light, whatever the case may be.
Piss Light.
To give me a double Makers. And I'm just going to sip on this for the next 45 minutes because that was the best bourbon they had. Now, Makers is not bad, but it's not fucking good. It's
not.
No. So it's one of those where, I didn't enjoy drinking it, but I was there to have a good time. I enjoyed myself.
Honestly,
my kid
Makers is boring.
Very boring.
It's boring, but...
There's nothing wrong with predictable, though.
No. If I'm talking Buffalo Trace.
There's my predictable.
Your Maker's Mark.
But
your
Buffalo
Jim
Trace,
Beam. Those are the exact same. They blend barrels together. Yeah. And that's predictable.
Oh,
and
for the record, though, Buffalo Trace does a lot that's experimental. Right now,
absolutely,
they're using
Buffalo Trace makes Pappy
trees right now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
To make those barrels
and they're releasing Pappy 25.
Which
is
I can only imagine
710 barrels, which Beverage Barn may get a bottle, maybe.
Well, I'm going to say this. My wife is technically this week. She's 7 weeks away from giving birth to my beautiful daughter, and once Leela comes into this world and everything is good and grand, we're going to go back out to Beverage Barn and we're going to have a few drinks. And maybe they'll have it then, maybe they won't. Regardless, we'll try a few things, and it's going to be enjoyable, needless to say. Because I've come to this point also in my life, and me and Evan had a talk about this week. Ladies and gentlemen, you only live once. Once at a point, you get to where you are, what I would say financially safe would be the appropriate term, Evan.
Balling at 25.
Fucking, yeah.
Balling
at 25. Maybe you're a little bit older like I am.
Or balling at 31. It's the same thing either way.
Listen, if you're saving up for that vehicle that you wanted for years and you're already safe financially, quit. Just fucking nut the fuck up and do it. Because you don't know how much longer you got.
You just gotta be like Nike and just do it.
Just do it. My wife we needed a new vehicle, and I bought her a very expensive, very nice new vevel. We bought a Toyota 4Runner.
She's sitting on 20s.
It's a great ride. It's beautiful. I enjoy running it. Driving it. She enjoys it, and I know that her and the kids are safe. Furniture upstairs. We were all falling asleep in it watching WrestleMania. I spent a shitload of money buying.
I do not know the brand
or
the make or the model of the chair that I sat in, but I sat in it for 5 hours, and I approve. I approve this message. But if you have a lazy boy, such as I sat in, email us at
our main event.
The main event.
It's the main event 45.
The main event 45.
Our main event.
Gmail.com.
Snapchat us too.
Let us know. Snapchat us. But Instagram.
But regardless, what it comes down to is this: you have to have a healthy dose of respect, right? You got to have money in your bank account in order to spend money on the things that you want or need. I was completely out of debt. I had the house, and that's it. So I bought her the vehicle because we need it. There's a difference. I want my kids to be protected. I want her to be protected. And I love my wife, so I want her to ride in the nicest thing I can possibly put her in.
She's
it just so happens that shit's really fucking expensive.
She's probably in the nicest 4Runner in Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, I would bold to say that. I would throw down some
that's a
fucking
nice car, dude.
But regardless of that, it's just the fact that, you know, like, I want her protected, I want my children protected, and that's just the way it came. Same thing with the furniture. Like, you know, me and her had that conversation. I'm like, man, you know, you spent a lot of money lately. Yeah, like, I'm redoing the whole front door. I got to bring in a contractor and redo the fucking screen door and the front door because the previous owners fucked shit up, and it's beyond repair. So I'm going to have all that shit put in. I mean, Evan just hauled that shit into the baby's room today. Literally. I'm going to have it done because it needs to be done. And it's one of those things like, you know, carpet or whatever the fuck it is. Like, if you need that shit and you have the money, don't be that douchebag that just fucking sits there. Get it done. You'll feel much better. Get it paid for. Like, I know right now, obviously I can't pay for the 4Runner cash, but all the other shit, dude, I can, boom, drop. So don't go getting yourself in a situation financially where you're fucked if you can't make a payment. But if you're going to make some moves, like adding on to a house or redoing the carpet or whatever else, you better have the cash and then some. And be smart about it. And be happy with your decision, too.
I think there's something euphoric about just spending money.
No,
and
fuck
being
yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
I love spending money.
Retail is the American way, for sure.
Retail is the person way, dude. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
Even when it's
I hate being
priorities,
that kind of fucking guy, too.
Like Zach is talking about too, there's a big difference between blowing money on shit that you want or you know don't need, and then priorities. And I think it's just as satisfying when
absolutely
it's something you've been looking forward to that you know is going to make your life better, you know, and then you go ahead and do that.
And I'm lucky. I have a beautiful wife who takes care of me and all the things I need and understands me. Couple of months back, you know, even before we were out of debt, when we had our previous, you know, commander-in-chief and there was talks about another AR ban and all this stuff, I told her, I said, I want to go get a SCAR 17. For the people who are not in the gun industry, the SCAR, the SCAR is made by Fabrique Nationale in Herschel.
Yes, man.
And it is an extremely expensive rifle.
Yes.
It's a 308. And I called
it gives
around
me
and looked.
A lot of tight pants.
Yeah, exactly. So I called around. I called around and talked around and looked around on the internet and everywhere, and no one had it. And she was like, "Oh, you should call." We were coming back from a date night. I took a Friday night off. She's like, "You should call Top Guns up in Terre Haute, which is a great little gun shop up there." And I called them up. That next morning, we were having breakfast. She'd made me this great big breakfast, which I greatly appreciated. And she was like, yeah, we have 2 of them. And I said, go check for me. She goes, no, we have 2. I said, no. Go check. So she scampers off and comes back. She goes, we have 1 in flat dark earth and black. I said, I'll be on my way right now. And so we took the 2.5 hour trip up to Terre Haute. And I bought a extremely expensive rifle to put in the gun cabinet.
Yes.
And I've shot it. I love it. It's fucking badass.
And by the way, your wife being fine with all of this.
No shit, huh?
Being fine with that beautiful, I'm telling you, beautiful piece is.
I am one of the luckiest men in the world because
do not take that for granted.
No. Because here's the thing. People talk about soulmates and they talk about like it's cheesy, right?
It is. It's just like that cheesy bullshit with John Cena.
You know, it's just fucking. It's Hallmark cards and Walmart flowers.
Guys, they're turning heel on Monday or Thursday.
I hope so.
Turning heel. It's happening.
But
it's gonna happen. One of them's turning heel.
But in the real note, like I've literally known my wife half her life.
Yeah.
And she has been there through thick and thin with me and has done so much. And she knows how I am. So when I think about something or I got my mind set on something, and generally it's for the good of all causes. You know, like redoing the front doors and stone doors.
That gun, oh my God, I love looking at it.
Yes, you know, I can sit there and you know, I literally got this. She looked at it and she goes, well, if you want it, let's go get it. And I said,
amen. Amen.
You know, and she knew I was about to drop some major money on it, and there was no question. Well, we could use it for this. She goes, if you want it, let's go get it. And we jumped in the vehicle, boom, and shot the Terre Haute, and I got it. And couldn't have been happier with it, and still love it because it's fucking badass.
Oh my god!
It's one of those.
It's perfect.
It's a list gun. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's where I'm at right now. It's kind of with any hobby you have. People have I love comic books.
I will own one day.
Well, you know, I love comic books, and there's some comic books I'd love to own the paperback. My uncle and his first wife, when they got married, their first Christmas they gave me The Incredible Hulk, which was the first appearance of Wolverine. He's in the back pages of him and Wendigo fighting. Dude, I've still got that. That's sitting in the comic book, case behind you. It's worth a good bit of money. I would never sell it because that's fucking awesome. That's like shit like that. I have knives. I've showed Evan my knife collection. That my mom and dad, they traveled to Hawaii and Rome back when Dad worked for a small grocery store. That they would send them every couple of years.
Why would Westlemans want to be in Rome?
I wasn't going to be like that, but because back then they were making money, son. Back then, that was before the Walmarts were in the grocery store business. So your local companies made money, and your local assistant managers made big money, and then they sent the guys on. So here's how it broke down.
Here's my
hold on. Here's how it broke down.
I know how it broke down, but why were they just like, bro, we need you to go to Rome? Like, what's wrong?
Nothing. It was to pat you on the fucking head and say,
"Back sheesh."
Yeah.
Hey, man,
you've been making us big fucking money. We appreciate it.
Hey, you did a good job. Like, slap on the ass. By the way, here's a ticket to Rome.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
So my parents, not to get goddamn personal, but they went to Jamaica, Hawaii, Rome, Mexico.
I think,
and
you're almost like pedestrian American companies used to be like this too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they used to really.
So you wouldn't get a bonus, right?
Appreciate,
but every couple of years they'd send you on a $5,000-$6,000 trip to a foreign country to hook you up because it was. I remember this, right? To tell a little bit about myself is we had a big company that was trying to get into Winkler, which was the company Dad worked for at the time, with their produce and everything. Right. And they took us up to Cincinnati. And we did this huge tour of their facility, which was just for Dad and the other big heads of the company. And they said, we're going to go to a place called the Syndicate for dinner.
Okay.
Now, I didn't know what the Syndicate was. None of us knew. And then we got it, and it was one of those where...
It sounds like a mafia joint.
It was a mafia. Like, that's how it looked, right? Like, everybody was dressed in the 1920s, 30s mafia
like
guard. Oh, dude, it was beautiful. It was great. And they had old slot machines, because at one point in time, it was back in the day when Prohibition and everything was. It was a speakeasy. And the food there was at market price.
Oh.
Yeah! So, I remember there was, like... I don't know. There was 9 or 10 of us, and the bill was over $700.
Woo.
Yeah, and there was quite a few of us that weren't drinking alcohol to throw that in the mix. And then we sat because I watched King Griffey Jr. at home plate behind the dugout take pitches for the Cincinnati Reds because we were in Cincinnati. So I got to go to a Cincinnati Reds game. At that time frame.
Excellent.
With Ken up there fucking taking shots at the ball. Huh. And we're right behind. We went to Brickyard. That was back in the day when companies tried to take care of smaller companies because that's where the money was at. Now you have your big organizations. They don't give a flying fuck because they ain't trying to help you because you already make too much goddamn money.
Like the old guys at Walmart that want to let you know,
hey, wanna know how to steal from here?
Let me tell you.
Just look at that receipt.
You want to take that new Nintendo Switch? Let me show you how, son.
That's so sick.
Has anyone heard about that at all?
Yes.
Yeah. I've
good,
heard
bad, or indifferent?
I've heard nothing but good things.
I've heard nothing but good, but also nothing but...
It is the platform that it is.
It is mediocre, and it's...
but you can take
performance.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
But the games from Nintendo are legendary.
Right.
Always.
Here's the best way I can explain it. So a buddy of mine, Trevor Keelan, who lives in Lexington, Kentucky, bought it day that it came out. And he loved it. And, like, we would all enjoy it because it has those games and those franchises from our past that have that nostalgia effect. Like, you're going to have your Marios, your Legend of Zeldas, your Sonics, your Pokemon, whatever, you know, depending on how old you are. And what's cool about it too is that it incorporates your big time games, like, you know, you talk about like MMOs or RPGs at the time, like Skyrim is on the Nintendo Switch. And what's awesome about it is that it is, as the product suggests, like, you can literally pick that sumbitch up on the controller and you can sit in the car ride and I can fucking play an HD game on just fucking
a console,
on a console,
handheld.
but it's in your hand.
Got it.
And it's like the full thing. It would be like if you could play fucking Destiny on your Switch. Like, that would be like, that'd be sick as fuck. Like, you know, say you and Jen go on a ride to go see some buddies in North Carolina, and she's driving, and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna play Destiny with Evan, and like, you can do that for 8 hours, however fuck long it takes to get to North Carolina. Like, it is 12. Yeah, well, there you go, regular gaming session. So you can do all of that shit. The only problem is that the gaming catalog for what Nintendo has is subpar, because you'll play Zelda, you'll play Mario, you'll play Skyrim or whatever, but it doesn't have, like, you like that new, is it a Tom Clancy game?
Yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah, so
don't
like,
have it.
Yeah, so like Ghost Recon is not on there. Destiny, even though I'm talking about it just in a hypothetical sense, Destiny is not on the Switch. You know, just it doesn't have a game catalog that supports it, because the idea is fucking awesome, but I can't play anything cool. I can't play Gears of War. I can't play Final Fantasy 14. I can't play Destiny. I can't do anything.
I got you.
You know?
So, neat concept that might evolve later on, but it's just not quite.
Yes.
Yet. So, I have to say, we're stretching into the 2-hour platform.
This is our longest podcast ever. Yeah,
we should probably go ahead and wrap it up, and maybe we'll do some unedited stuff, and we'll keep it rolling afterwards. Just what we're talking about, whether we release it or not. That might be cool.
Yeah, we can have like an unedited section.
So, regardless, guys, hopefully you liked the podcast, episode 12. We touched on WrestleMania and all that it was. As a fan, I gotta say, I got more than what I expected out of WrestleMania 33.
I enjoyed it. I hated, the only thing that I have a gripe about with WrestleMania is the way they did Undertaker.
Yes.
And I don't like that AJ was wrestling Shane. But Shane did win, so it's okay, but...
Oh, well, AJ won.
AJ won, but it's just, Undertaker's a legend. That's my big thing. Undertaker's a legend. Sure. Let him leave as great. And we hate Roman Reigns. Like, WWE, Vince McMahon,
absolutely.
If you're listening, I hate Roman Reigns. Zach hates Roman Reigns. Matt
if
hates
you have
Roman Reigns.
He doesn't even watch WWE.
If you have any comments, compliments, email the main event 45 at hotmail.com.
No, regardless.
If you hate it, if you love it,
So, regardless, hopefully you enjoyed the show. We are continuing to spread the brand. We are looking for sponsors. We have the unofficial, I feel like, Beverage Barn, because we love you guys.
Absolutely.
We're trying to get guests on. We got a lot of big news from Tin Man. Matt's working a spot for us. Next week, we're going to have El Segundo Brewing Company's Broken Skull IPA, which if I can have both boys back on next week, I'm going to have. Because, hell, I'm going to tell you right now, I've had the best time doing a podcast right now with these two fuckers than I've ever done.
I'll also have a fun skydiving story, because we'll be skydiving Saturday. So
there you go.
I might not even be back.
So Evan might be dead, and I might be running from his own computer.
That would be most interesting, right?
It could be a morning, and then we'll just laugh at how fucking stupid he is.
Hey, we never figured out
to
that
jump out of a...
though.
Well, good. I believe it was BBC.com.
That's what,
It's that is the main event 45 at bbc.com/.
Bacon, beef, and chips.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
.com. That's the URL.
Keep it
Use
PG-13
it, love it, hate it.
But
Type it in.
But hey, needless to say, on the real though, me and Evan, truthfully, we sit down this week and we talked a lot about this show, and we enjoy doing it, and we're going to continue to do it regardless of whether we have 100 followers, whether we have 1,000 or 10,000. It doesn't matter to us, because it allows us as fans of the wrestling world, of the sports world, of the beer world, to be able to get out here and speak what we want and what we feel other people do. We're a couple, we've said it before, we'll say it again, we're a couple blue-collar guys who are just spitting bullshit and enjoying what we do. And we hope that you enjoy what we do.
I mean, it's obvious they enjoy it. I mean, look at our fucking Facebook page. I mean, we have 2,000 people.
But regardless of that,
2,000.
You know, we thank you for the follows, the likes. And we're going to continue to do contests, I think. You know, it's no skin off our teeth. You know, get up there and see you. Maybe not next weekend, the weekend after. The contest winner, we're going to get your beer to you. Maybe we'll hit 3 Floyds while we're up there. We'll drop it off. We'll drop off a 12-pack, a really good beer tour, take some pictures, and smile.
Only Matt can hope that they go to 3 Floyds. Because if they do,
I ain't walking back. That's for fucking sure.
I'm not going to drive back if I go. I promise you that. Because I'll be destroyed.
You still have 15 minutes for that UPS guy to show up.
Yeah, UPS guy, if you're listening, just you got 15
you
minutes.
got time.
Wait, I thought it was FedEx.
What the fuck? They're the same thing.
But hey, needless to say, we're looking to do new things. We've got video coming. We tried a little bit of GoPro action this week, which it apparently died midway through the podcast.
It did die, but I will edit it for I'll edit it for the WrestleMania stuff, and it will be fine.
We are looking into doing festivals. We have barbecue coming up, which we're going to hit up. Which I have a wedding that day, which will be extremely funny because I'm going to be trashed before I go.
Amen.
And
amen.
That is the way to do it. Absolutely.
Amen.
And then, you know, I got a baby coming soon, which isn't going to differ, except for I may have a newborn in my arms while we're cutting the podcast, which she'll get used to it because Dad's going to drink beer and talk shit. And she's going to get used to it.
If you have to put her to sleep, you can just give her some whiskey. And
well, no, I'll give her the Vulcan death touch.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Exactly. But nonetheless,
we
enjoy doing what we do. We love you guys. We love the wrestling community and the craft beer community. And we're not going to stop because of what we love.
Definitely not. Can I go ahead and put Matt on the spot?
Absolutely.
And ask him
yes.
what we're going to do. So, Matt, you know, as I talk to you, and this is, you know, we're going to keep this on the podcast. So, we want to do like what we talked to you about before. If you will accept this, this is our John Cena, Nikki Bella moment.
Wow.
Zach has a ring in his pocket. So
wow.
So Matt, we would really like for you, because you are so intelligent with the beer. When we do our beer reviews, if you will do video content for us between 2 to 5 minutes long, and you can jump into the beer a little bit more than what we do because you know way more about it than we do on a scientific level.
Yeah.
If we can do video content, put it up on YouTube, do you want to do that? Do you want to be like officially like a part of the main event?
I will be 100% honest.
Yes.
Are
you going to turn heel? Don't turn heel on us.
I love the idea.
All right.
I love the idea, and I will do it.
All right.
I will do it, and so I promise all of you will see me again.
So here's what we're talking about, kids, before we close the show, is what we're wanting to do is every beer that we buy per week that we review on the show, whether Matt's on the show or not, he is going to have a segment, per week. Usually dropped on Wednesdays. We're going to try to do Wednesday, maybe Thursday.
Hopefully.
Where he reviews the beer that we drink. And he gives you his honest
In-depth.
opinion.
In depth.
Whether it's the IBUs, the alcohol content, because Matt knows more than what we do. We like it for the flavor. Matt knows it for the actual beer.
Absolutely.
It's going to be funny. It's going to be 2.5 minutes at the most.
2 to 5 minutes.
And 5 would be at the length. But he's going to come in and hit it, and hopefully you guys like it. So that's coming in the near future. Drone podcast. Well, just drone video footage, period, of what we're trying to do. We're looking at that.
Drone pictures. When we do barbecue, we will have a drone there. I have a buddy of mine that just bought a $1,000 Maverick MHP Pro.
So
like
we're going to be rolling that. And there's a lot of things coming up. So stay tuned. Lock in to the main event. And what else you got to say, Evan?
Only thing else I have to say, guys, please, if you hit us up on iTunes, it's the main event. Please give us 5-star reviews if you like us. If you don't like us, fuck you. We're still better than you anyways.
And
Google
if
Play,
you have
YouTube.
questions about donkeys, email the main event 45 at gmail.com.
Yes.
Donkey questions,
We have
donkey answers.
two residents here. They can answer everything.
Exactly.
Amen. Amen.
Hey.
Amen.
Going into this week, we know it's Monday, and I'm going to tell you right now, we love you. You know we mean it. The main event out.
We will see you guys next Sunday.